Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's actually Tuesday today, so you're going to get an early video. This one's not one that we're going to be making anything or repairing anything though. This is more of an info video. While I was eating my breakfast this morning, I was watching a video and it was on paint pouring. If you've never seen paint pouring done, then go and watch it. Go and Google it. It's fun to watch. Sometimes I think there's a bit of overkill with some of them and a lot of wasted paint. But anyway, that's beside the point. I watch videos because I like to read comments. I get a lot of information from comments. Most of my videos that I do watch, the craft ones, are from America, the US, and I need to see what people are using so I can Google the equivalent here in Australia, and usually I find that in the comments. So one of the comments that I came across on this clay pot paint pouring was, few people have put in, you have now sealed your pot, and if you're going to put a plant in there, it will now cause root rot. And I thought, that's interesting. As you've seen in my videos, anything I do with plants in terracotta pots, I always seal the pot. There was one video I did, I think it was when I was making the very early glass flowers, and I hadn't sealed the pots, and I put the soil in, put succulents in and watered it, and then all the water was seeping out of the pot. And to me, that was the reason why I seal it, to keep the water in the pot. Because if it's seeping out, then your soil's drying out, your potting mix is drying out, and you're going to have to water it more often. So anyway, having seen these comments, I thought, well, I'm going to go and Google this and see, am I doing the right thing? I always thought I was. I've never had plants curl up their feet because they've got root rot. So let's go and have a look. Does sealing clay pots cause root rot? And here we go. And AI says sealing clay pots does not inherently cause root rot. In fact, it can help prevent it. So if you click down here, and you can see it gives you all the information that you need on sealing your pots. Now, having said that, you need to make sure the sealer that you get is not damaging to your plants. I use Bondcrete, and I think I did say in one of my earlier videos, what the equivalents were to Bondcrete. I'll go and find the video, and I'll put a link to it in at the bottom, so you can go and watch that one and see what the equivalents were. I think I had the equivalent in Canada, America, and the UK. So, okay. So then the other thing I thought about was, a lot of people do say to put stones in the bottom or gravel in the bottom of your pot. Now, you've seen me do my pots. I cut out a circle of fly wire and I put that across the bottom to cover the hole. Now, a lot of the pots, the holes are quite large. If you try to put some gravel in there, even the gravel will eventually fall out. It will work its way around as the roots are growing and pushing it. The holes are also quite large, that you're going to be losing a lot of your soil or your potting mix. And as you've seen with my plants, when I do my own, I do a mix of good potting mix and some sand, because I've got a plethora of sand out in my back garden, and I do need to start culling some of it, putting it in other places. So I thought, okay, well, let's go and have a look and see, does putting stones in clay pots cause root rot? And it says no. Adding stones to the bottom of a clay pot does not prevent root rot. Now, hang on. I've said, does putting stones in clay pots cause root rot? It says no. And then it says it does not prevent root rot. So, okay, I think AI is still getting the grasp on the English language. So anyway, same again, you just scroll down and it gives you all the information about putting stones and gravel in your pot. And you can see here in this picture, this is what I've always pictured when there's been stones in, when they say put stones in pots. If you block that hole, where's the water going to go? It's all going to sit here, and you're going to have a bath or a pool of water that the root's going to go into, hence root rot. So anyway, there's a little bit of information for you. So if you do videos for yourself that you put up on social media and people come into the comments and say, oh, you've just done the wrong thing sealing your pot, you can point them to that. So anyway, nice short video there for you on what to do, what not to do with your terracotta and clay pots. Now, I will make this just a little bit longer video because I want to go back to the last 3-part video I did on the glass flowers for gifts, or glass flowers as gifts. The last video I did, you would see that I had the small flower, the medium flower and the large flower all out on the bench where I took photos of them. And I was indoors and I heard something fall. So I thought, oh, well, something dropped off a bench or photos fallen or something. Had a look around, couldn't find anything, went outside, and lo and behold, as you know, I've got paving out on my patio. The middle one, the medium-sized one, which was the really pretty blue and pink purpley coloured glass, the whole thing had, all 3 dishes had just fallen apart and landed on the ground. And by some miracle, there was not one chip out of any of the glass dishes. All 3 are still in perfect condition. They're just not stuck together. Which made me realise that now I'm going to have to be careful, because I've now taken the other 2 off the stems and I've got them lay flat because I don't want those dropping, because the last thing I need is smashed glass out on my patio. So I'm going to have to go through them all now. The part 3 series is probably going to be a total waste of time. I might have to put a disclaimer on the end of each of those now. But I'm not concerned about that, because I was watching another video a few days ago. I think it's while I was eating my dinner. And I can upgrade the glass dishes. I can make my glass flowers even more vibrant. So if I can get my hands on the materials I need, there's another video coming up with how to make your glass flowers even better. So stick around. If you subscribe and click the bell, on the bell if you click all, then you'll get a notification that I have put another video up. So I can't guarantee when that's going to come, because I've now got to go shopping, see if I can find what I need. And then I've got to pull all the dishes apart. Or if they're stuck and they're not going to come apart, I'll leave them as they are. But I'm going to have to go back to using the epoxy, which is a little bit more expensive, but at least I'm not going to be smashing glass everywhere. So that's it for now. Have a wonderful day. And if it's nearly your bedtime while you're watching this, I hope you have a good night's sleep. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.